there is a myth that we have all been told, a promise of perfect restoration, the 8-hour sleep. We're taught that this is the golden number. You follow the rules diligently. You go to bed early, you turn off your phone, you get your full 8, even 9 hours. But then the alarm clock rings, and a familiar feeling washes over you. It is not refreshment. It is a heavy, groggy feeling. There is a fog that clouds your mind. You feel irritable, on edge, and you need 2 cups of coffee just to begin thinking. You did everything by the book. So why do you feel as though you've just been through a battle? This is the sleep paradox, and it reveals that most of us have fundamentally misunderstood how our bodies work. The problem isn't about how long you sleep. It's about when you wake up. Today, we will decode this mystery. I will show you why. Sometimes, sleeping for 6 hours can leave you feeling better than sleeping for 8. And how you can take control of your energy every single morning with just one small shift in your thinking. To understand this, imagine that every night, your brain embarks on a special train journey. This train does not travel in one straight line from point A to point B. Instead, it runs in repeating cycles, each one lasting exactly 90 minutes. Within each 90-minute cycle, the train passes through 5 different stations, corresponding to the 5 stages of sleep. Stations 1 and 2 are light sleep. This is the suburban area. The train is slowly rolling along. Your body begins to relax, but you can still be easily awakened by a small noise. Stations 3 and 4 are deep sleep. This is where the train enters a long, deep, dark tunnel. Here, your body performs its most critical repair work. Muscles are restored, memories are consolidated, energy is regenerated. This is the most important stage for physical recovery. In this tunnel, you are almost completely disconnected from the outside world. Station 5 is REM sleep, or the dream stage. After exiting the tunnel, the train arrives at a fantastical station where dreams take place. This is the stage where your brain cleans up and reorganizes its emotional data. When the train completes all 5 stations, it finishes one 90-minute cycle and immediately begins a new one, repeating the exact same journey. An ideal night's sleep for an adult consists of about 5 of these cycles. Now, the answer to your fatigue becomes clear. Imagine your alarm clock doesn't go off when the train is at a station, but when it's traveling at high speed in the middle of the deep sleep tunnel, station 3 or 4, what happens? The emergency alarm blares, the brakes are pulled, and you were dragged from the trains, suddenly and violently, in the middle of a pitch-black tunnel. Your body and brain, which were in their deepest state of rest, are forced to reboot from zero in an emergency state. That groggy, dizzy, and irritable feeling you have in the morning has a scientific name: sleep inertia. It is the price you pay for waking up at the wrong time. It explains why you can sleep for 8 hours, which is 5 full cycles plus 30 minutes, but wake up in the middle of the tunnel of the 6th cycle and feel exhausted. Meanwhile, a friend who sleeps for exactly 7.5 hours, 5 complete cycles, wakes up at the final station, feeling full of energy. The problem has never been about sleeping more or less. It's about whether you are working with your body's natural rhythm or against it. So, how can we accurately calculate the time our train will arrive at the station? How do we set the alarm to ring at the exact moment between 2 cycles? Fortunately, we don't have to guess. There is a remarkably simple and effective formula. Think of it as a planning tool, not a complex math problem. It has just 3 simple steps. Step 1, determine your planned bedtime. Step 2, add the number of sleep cycles you want. An ideal night's sleep is 5 cycles. which is 7 hours and 30 minutes. Each cycle is 90 minutes. Step 3. Add about 15 minutes. This is the average amount of time it takes for a person to actually fall asleep after lying down. The final formula is ideal wake-up time equals your bedtime plus 90 minutes multiplied by the number of cycles plus 15 minutes. Now, let's apply this to real life. Let's take scenario 1. The ideal night's sleep. Let's say you decide to go to sleep at 10 p.m. and you're aiming for a perfect night's sleep of 5 cycles. Step 1. Bedtime is 10 p.m. Step 2. 5 sleep cycles equals 7 hours and 30 minutes. Step 3. 15 minutes to fall asleep. The calculation: 10 p.m. plus 7 hours 30 minutes plus 15 minutes equals 5:45 a.m. This is your golden moment. If you set your alarm for 5:45, you will wake up right at the station between cycles when your body is most ready. You will feel alert and refreshed. Now, for the trickier scenario, the emergency late night. It's already 1 a.m., but for some reason, you absolutely must wake up before 6 a.m. tomorrow. Clearly, 5 cycles is not an option. So what is your choice? 3 or 4 cycles? Let's calculate. If you aim for 4 cycles, which is 6 hours of sleep, 1 a.m. plus 6 hours plus 15 minutes equals 7:15 a.m. That's not feasible. It's later than your 6 a.m. deadline. So let's try 3 cycles, which is 4 hours and 30 minutes of sleep. The calculation: 1 a.m. plus 4 hours 30 minutes plus 15 minutes equals 5:45 a.m. Perfect. It meets your under 6 a.m. requirement. This is where the sleep paradox happens. Waking up at 5:45 a.m. after a deliberately timed 4 hours and 45 minutes of sleep will leave you feeling far more alert than trying to sleep a little longer and setting an alarm for 6:30, a time that would land you in the middle of a deep sleep tunnel. Of course, sleeping for fewer than 5 cycles is not ideal for long-term recovery. But in mandatory situations, waking up at the right time is the key that will give you a productive day instead of a tired, miserable one. There is one final rule: never hit the snooze button. You've done the careful calculation and set your alarm for the golden moment. When that alarm rings, you must honor it. Hitting the snooze button and dozing for another 5 or 10 minutes is one of the worst mistakes you can make. That short window of time is just enough for your train to start rolling into a new cycle. And when the alarm rings again, you will be violently pulled out of it. All of your careful calculations will have been for nothing. When the alarm rings, sit up immediately. The final message of this video is not to encourage you to sleep less. The message is to listen to your body. Fatigue doesn't always come from a lack of sleep. It often comes from fighting against the natural rhythms of our own biology. By understanding and working with your sleep cycles, you are reclaiming control over one of the most fundamental aspects of your life, your energy. This isn't a life hack. It's a life strategy based on self-awareness, and that is how your inner compass works. Thank you for listening.